Is the bull market over? Is the coronavirus going to be the epidemic that they think? What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. It is Bubba's Bottom Line. And what's happening, everybody? Well, kind of a wild week, especially on Thursday. And again, once again, we continue to preach to you. If you trade the news, you lose. And of course, those who tried to sell deep in the hole on Thursday ended up eating their lunch once again, because again, you cannot fight the price action of the market. So it's time you stop. You can read the news if you want. I mean, to me, again, I only watch it if I'm going to be on, so I know what they're talking about. But other than that, there is no point to look at the news unless you just like the entertainment. It will make you make bad decisions. Okay, pretty simple. Okay, in the meantime, okay, we had another coronavirus scare, and this is always the danger of getting numbers out of China. From their health numbers to their economic numbers, are they accurate? Or as my friend Lawrence Liberate said in Marathon Man, is it safe yet? So again, you never know what they're really telling you. So suddenly there was a problem, and bang, right after Thursday opening, down they went. And of course, they regained about 60 or 70% of those losses. But the real point here is that it was based on a news item, which means absolutely nothing. Okay, let's not focus on the news. If you watch price will tell you where the markets are going. Price will tell you what could be next. So again, just be careful out there. Okay. So, again, you've got some talk now about maybe some institutions looking into Bitcoin. They're trying to get away from the economic volatility. Really? Then you're going to go to Bitcoin to get away from the economic volatility? Again, I think that the crypto world is real. Again, I don't know that it's a great investment yet. Okay, I do own some. Full disclosure. But again, I don't know. It's like we always said. If you got money to burn, in other words, if you lose it, you're not going to be upset. Okay, then you could throw a little bit there. I wouldn't put my life in there. Okay, but certainly I would certainly take some and have some just in case. Again, we don't know what the next big thing is going to be. We do know, what the stable asset is gold and silver, and platinum, all the metals. But again, they're just hard assets, right? So in the meantime, we'll see what's bringing that up. But of course, the FOMC minutes came out this week, and the usual poppycock talk about nothing. Okay, and we're going to stay the game. Look, here's the deal. Okay, they are going to stay the course until the market feels that it can absolve a rate hike, okay? Because they are totally driven by the equity market. Is that right? No, I don't think so. But that's what it is. If you've noticed, every time the Fed has tried to budge, okay, what happens? The equities sell off and they back down, okay? And once again, they kowtow to the whims of the market. So what you're seeing here is an overwhelming bubble being built. Now again, I don't know when it's going to pop, and we're long, so I don't know when it's going to pop, and I'm not saying it's today. But between stocks like Tesla, Virgin Galactic, I mean, I like both products, but again, I don't know, are they at the right valuations? And again, if you look at the earnings over the last year, I mean, we can gloat and say how good they were, but year over year, they're really pretty much flat. Okay, year over year, there's no big great increase in earnings. Yet the markets are up 40% or something, or 35, whatever the number is. So again, there's things that are happening out there, and nobody knows when the top is going to be put in and when the markets are going to really start to sell off. But we do know a couple of things. We do know we're in the early stages of a recession. If you noticed how we've been talking about it for months, that the little things that were happening, and now those news reports that you're seeing, those manufacturing reports, they are indicating that, again, it doesn't mean that the markets are going to melt down tomorrow. It only means that the overall picture doesn't seem to be as strong. add in a little bit of the virus, which will slow some things down. Apple's already said that they're cutting their expectations for their earnings. So again, I don't think this will be the case, but this is another little thing in the armor that says, I better watch out here. And again, look at I'm fully invested. I'm fully hedged, but I'm fully invested, and I wouldn't pull out because of these things. I'm just giving you the upfront warning that the economists won't. Okay, that there are some issues there. Now, can they resolve? Yeah, they can, but it's hard to resolve issues when the way you're resolving them is by free money, adding more debt. And you look at the debts. You look at the debt structure we have here. A lot of guys talk about family formation, how strong. Well, you're so strong that auto loan delinquency is at an all-time record high. Not auto loan debt, auto loan delinquencies are at all-time records. Okay, think about that for a minute. So that's just another warning sign. Victoria's Secret going in the tank, just another warning sign. Again, and by themselves, they don't mean anything. But if you add them up, and somehow they come together, that would create, some issues. I mean, again, we just saw the largest shipping decline in 10 years. Okay, so what does that mean? It means the flow of goods is not going. Okay, now we know parts of the reasons why. Okay, but you can't, again, you can't keep making excuses for why something is happening. The markets and the economy has been fueled by phony money. Okay, it's basically monopoly money. They continue to print, which is just devaluing what you have in your pocket. But in the meantime, the bottom line is that you are seeing some economic slowdowns. You're seeing it in a lot of places. Okay, and what happens, as all these retailers close, where do all those people go to work? Now, again, I know there's a lot of jobs available, but there's a big problem in today's market because the people that want jobs aren't qualified for the jobs that are available. So it's kind of that battle line, okay, that we look for. But you see, we hear talk about the farmers a lot. President Trump talks a lot. They're not running out so fast and buying new tractors. This China deal is not that big of a deal. Okay, again, you would have seen it in price action. Okay. So what you're really seeing here, okay, is that they're clearing, but they're clearing way to be able to trade with China. But China buys from the free market like anybody else. So are they going to pay more here? Okay, are they going to go to Brazil, Argentina, or other places? So remember, markets will always resolve to the price. They come down to price discovery. And when you're in a situation, we blamed it on the tariffs for the last 2 years, and then we blamed it on something else. But if you put it in the real perspective, okay, we just have an oversurplus, okay? And there's not a lot of room for those guys to go out and get debt, okay? Again, do you want to really go out and spend $250,000 on a tractor or more? I mean, so these become, little things that continue to pile up. Now, again, by themselves, nothing is a tragedy. But again, it does eventually add up. In the meantime, the markets will go higher and everything is flowing along. We got the election coming up, and how about that debate? Was it Wednesday night? How did Mr. Bloomberg do? Okay. Again, it was funny. And again, listen, I really have no interest in politics whatsoever. Okay. I thought it was a little bit embarrassing. Okay. The whole thing. But the real key here is, and my real point is that they're never going to let Bernie Sanders be the candidate, even though I bet you by all right, he'll have the most votes, he'll have the most delegates, but they will, as they say, trump him out with a trump card, right? They'll use the super delegates. So again, this is really a problem, and it's not just the Democratic Party. It happens to be this time, but it happens to be a problem in the government wanting to take over our lives, okay? Do you really want to give full control to the government? Okay, I would think not, right? So again, I think that, look, it's been an ugly display, okay, and there is really no, in my opinion, there is no clear candidate. I mean, I'm a libertarian. I would vote on either side if the candidate was good. I couldn't find anybody right now on that side. Okay. And you can call Trump all the names you want. You can say how a dirty guy is. But in the meantime, when you're hated by both sides because you're trying to drain the swamp, that should say something to all of you. Okay. Exactly. What is going on. So I think when you look at the picture, okay, that would be indeed a bigger issue to look at. In the meantime, this is Bubba's Bottom Line, and we will stop out here for a break, okay, and we'll be back with more after the break. What's up, everybody? Hey, listen, I got some webinars in the can for you. If you want to look at them, they're ready to go. Just shoot me an email. We've got our equity portfolios. We've got our futures portfolios continuing to make new highs. We've got our hedging coming up, and we've got a hedging webinar coming Saturday, the 29th, okay, on Leap Day, okay. And again, you may think about, after you've seen some of the recent action, you might want to consider hedging. So make sure you check that out. It'll be posted on the website soon. In the meantime, don't forget about our brokerage partner over at Tradier, TRADIER. They have a special deal with our guys, free commissions, $10 a month flat, no other fees. So that'll always be something to look at. And of course, don't forget about our high school program at the Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. Now let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line with me, Todd Bubba Horwitz. We'll be right with you. Welcome back, all, and it is Bubba's Bottom Line. And of course, the week that was, well, I think there was a lot of interesting things that happened, and we weren't especially active because we have our mechanical methods that trade the same way all the time, so we don't get caught up in different things that happen, and we never trade those trades during the market hours except to open or close a trade if that's when it actually opens. But most of the products we trade extended hours, so we enter when the markets are quiet. In the meantime, again, we're long, we're staying long, and until something changes that, we will remain long. Okay. Again, am I a big fan up here? No. But what's the difference? Again, you cannot pick the tops and bottoms of markets. Okay. Let's be clear. You cannot do that. So why not? Okay. Why not follow the algorithm? And when it changes, you change with it. Okay. So you're always getting the higher probability trade. Just a couple weeks ago, we got short for a day or two and it reversed out. Okay, so here we are. We're back on the long side. Again, understand that the way that trend trading works, okay? Because again, you have to be able to suffer through like a day like Thursday where you had a big, quick 400-point drop in about 20 minutes. Okay, in the meantime. So again, we're staying long. We're long the indexes and we will stay along them. Crude had a nice pop last week. Now again, we're not surprised at the pop. We actually said last week that we expected to see a bounce off of that level. Okay, now it reached, about as high as I think it's going to go. I think that 54, 55 level is going to be resistance. And I think it goes down and tests the bottom. And then the next time down, I would think, would be the decision on whether it breaks down and goes to the mid-40s or if it comes back and takes out and tries to make another run for the upside. Either way, right now, we're short. And it's gone up. And again, it doesn't matter because, again, we just follow the rules. We don't have to think about it. But what an explosive week for gold, silver, platinum. My goodness gracious. Wow. It's been a long time since we've seen these kind of moves. Basically parabolic straight up. Okay. Obviously, fear assets are gathering lots of buyers, right? Now, again, are they right? Again, you're never right when you chase the market up or down. Okay, either way, you're never right. Now, is it going to turn out right here? We'll see. I mean, listen, gold, I thought gold, and I've said this, I thought we were long anyways, but I thought we were going into a bull market. Okay, I'm not thrilled with how fast it's gone up recently because I think that takes away some when you get these very extended parabolic moves. So the best action for gold would be to consolidate for a while. But again, right now, it's still going up. And certainly, again, you can't fight what's going on there. And of course, silver, we were bearish silver, okay, and we were bearish silver, and we reversed silver, okay. We reversed on Thursday morning, again, because that was the play based on the algorithm, okay. So, is it right? Well, I'll let you know. But for now, that's the play, and that's where we stand. So we reversed silver over. Okay, we're still long gold. The bonds have been, again, another fear asset. This is the point here. Another fear asset continues now to make a charge back, right? It was just back down there around support where most people were selling, getting short, and now here they are back up running again. So again, that's why you have to have an easy, no-brainer method to make the decision, because typically when we're emotional, we never make the right decision. So again, I encourage you to find the discipline within yourself to make sure that you don't get yourself caught up in these wild swings of markets. And we'll have more of that in my commentary. In the meantime, the dollar, another fear asset, flying. Okay, par is here. Okay, not Arnie Palmer par. Okay, but par is here. So the real question is, what happens from up here? Okay, does it break through and go to 101, which would be the next spot, or is this it? Now again, like the other fear assets, the dollar has gone parabolic. When they go straight up, again, I'm never thrilled in either direction. Obviously, I'm in that position, right? If I'm in it and I can benefit from it right away, I'm thrilled. But if I'm trying to hold something, I'd rather see it build slowly because it picks more power, and usually they'll end on moves like that. But in the meantime, bond, dollar, gold, okay. As we get to the grain markets, okay. Now, grains, we're still short, but the grains look like they are in the process of bottoming, okay. Again, we're still short, so I will not switch. My opinion says that they're bottoming. The chart that I watched, how I work, tells me that they look like they're making a bottom. But again, I'm not trying to pick bottoms or tops, because at the end of the day, they become much more expensive. If you get one right, you get the next 25 wrong. It's easier, again, to be triggered to do something. And again, but I do see it, and I will not be surprised if by next week we're not on the other side of these markets, because as also our algorithm works, as time rolls on, the stop moves down into the market. So again, if we get some kind of rallies here, I think that we'll probably turn, and be on the long side, which is the side I'd like to be on. But again, I will not fight the overall market itself. So again, wheat looked great, had one big day, and corn and beans are kind of like sleeping sideways, which is a really healthy pattern. The only difference is corn's pattern is a little bit weaker. So we'll see. But in the meantime, we're short, but I wouldn't be mad if we turned around, Tuesday or Wednesday, okay, and got long. It wouldn't bother me a bit. I mean, I'd prefer to be long if I had, given the choice. That's the position I would be in. Meats, very similar, but we have now seen a nice turn in cattle, okay. We've seen feeders now breaking out, okay. So last week, they were at support. We said that they should probably test the upper end. Not only did they test it, they took it out, and they closed at support, okay. So that looks good. Now, the fat cattle or live cattle, okay, not so good, okay. It tried to get through. It did bounce, but again, it went up fast, and it failed right where it should have. So that's not a big deal. But in the meantime, we did reverse feeders, and we're still short live or fats, okay. And again, you're going to watch those. Again, if fats go below 116, 117, you might have to duck. But again, I don't know if that is going to happen. I mean, I like them, but again, I will wait for the proper signal. And hogs, after all this time, finally reversed out, okay, and got long, which we said would happen eventually. But look at where we got long from. So we've been short for a long time, and now finally on Thursday, okay, got long. So we'll see how these all play out. But the point you want to remember, okay, is that whatever you're doing, have a strategy, okay? Markets are markets. They're going to trade on the upside or the downside, no matter what the conditions are. Again, they're driven by price. They're driven by money, okay? They're driven by fear, greed. So you have to remember that is what you're looking for, okay? You're looking for the price action to acknowledge what you think you are seeing. And that's where we have a tendency to get involved. But I'll get to more of that in my commentary as well. And then the markets in general, look, the S&P and NASDAQ made new highs almost every day. Okay, the NASDAQ has been just motoring motoring forward. Even with Apple's bad announcement, okay, even with other companies starting to underperform, yet alone, here's a NASDAQ new high after new high. So you can see that the money is coming in at a higher rate of speed, pushing these markets. And of course, as the numbers get bigger, the days get bigger. But again, that's really more of a misconception, because again, when I first started trading, the Dow was at 800, okay? So I've been around since the Dow was 800. It's now almost 30,000. So think about that for a minute while we go to break here. This is Bubba's Bottom Line. Todd Bubba Horowitz. We're going to step out here for a break, and we'll be back with my commentary after the break right here on Bubba's Bottom Line. Be right back. Well, kids, lots of things going on, and we've got some webinars for you to check out if you'd like to. Equity portfolios, futures portfolios. We had hedging. We got a live hedging coming up this Saturday, the 29th at noon Eastern. You can check those out. And of course, we've got CTG Group now hanging with us and taking care of much of our futures business. They're also running a model, so you can check them out. And if you need any information, just email me at bubba@bubbatrading.com. And of course, don't forget Tradier, which is our equity broker that gives free commission to our clients. Okay, just $10 a month is a charge. Other than that, free commission. So again, it's a great way to be. And of course, don't forget about our high school program at Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. Now let's get back to Bubba's Bottom Line and me, Todd Bubba Horowitz. Welcome back, everybody. And every week, I do a little bit of commentary. And again, today, I don't have anything specific, but I do, again, during the week, I trade every day. And, I talk to people every day, and I do media, not every day, but I do a lot of media. And I noticed the one common thread, when I start seeing emails, and it's always with that panic in their voice. You see news, remember that patterns and markets repeat themselves. Okay, a big down day or a fast down sharp move is usually met with some buyers at some point. So the first thing I want to tell you is don't panic if a stock goes, or market goes straight down, because you can only get probably better than you would if you panicked out. So the first thing is you want to sit back and not panic. Okay, hold on, take a deep breath. And then if you want to still sell, then hey, I have no problem. But don't sell because it's so easy to click the button, right? Remember, there's a difference now between now and years ago when you had to call a broker. Now everything is electronics. You can push a button and you're out, and that's what creates the high frequency. Okay. Number two, please stop focusing on the news, okay? You will not beat the market by trying to trade day-old news. Unless you're getting tomorrow's newspaper today, okay, you will not beat the market with trying to play the news. Remember, this business in its own right is a competition. Okay, this business is all right. You're competing against everybody. You and I are competitors, right? We're both competing for something. Well, we're competing against the big boys. Okay, if you don't think they don't already have that news, okay, well ahead of us, then you're wrong. That's why the tape action and the price action shows that before you get there. That's why you follow price, not news. Okay, don't let the headlines let you think. And lastly, okay, if you're running through a rough period and you're an active trader, take a deep breath and walk away. You know what's amazing? The markets are open 241 days a year. And if you trade at night, they're open 293 nights. Okay? So at the end of the day, okay, why not just sit back and take some time off if you're struggling? Okay? Remember, the most important thing you got is your money. Okay? Because that's what allows you to try to multiply it through trading and doing what you're doing. So best is to, at worst, sit back and take a deep breath, knowing that you've still got bullets to fire. Because if you run out, where are you going to go? Okay. So again, do the things that are logically sound, not emotionally driven, and you'll be a much happier trader, investor, or whatever it is that you're doing. In the meantime, have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy it. Always love being here with you on Sundays. And again, this is Bubba's Bottom Line, Todd Bubba Horowitz, and we'll see you back here tomorrow with the daily update, and of course, every day, and then of course next Sunday as well. In the meantime, have a great weekend, have a great day, and have a real good trading week. We'll see you all later.